Good morning, children.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Completed the homework, ma'am.
Yeah. Good.
Ma'am completed the written assignment, ma'am.
You know from where I should pick up. See the answers to the homework questions. Children, I wanted to tell you about this. We have completed these sums, but just wanted to tell you about the addition. Have a look at the addition, children. The question is find the mean of the numbers. Find the mean of the numbers. So there are some 8 numbers given to you here. There are some 8 numbers given to you here. We need to find the mean of these numbers. Is my voice clear, children?
Yes, ma'am, your voice is clear.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. So how do we find the mean? We need to add all these 8 numbers. We need to find the sum of these 8 numbers. So find the sum. So mean will be the sum of all the numbers by the number of numbers we have here, 8. So 58.4 divided by 8. Now, how do you add? See here, see the rough work here. You need to place the numbers like this. You need to place the numbers like this and perform the addition. 58.4 by 8. Let's see the division here. Addition, I think you can help yourself. Let's see the division here. 58.4 divided by 8. 8 sevens are 56. 8 sevens are 56. 2 is the remainder. Now we need to bring 4 down, but 4 is after the decimal point. So we need to place the decimal point and then bring the next digit down. 8 3s are 24, 0. So 58.4 by 8 is 7.3. 58.4 divided by 8. 8 sevens are 56. 2 is the remainder. 4 comes down, but this digit 4 is after the decimal point. So you need to place a decimal point in the quotient. After 7, you need to place a decimal point in the quotient and then bring down 4. Now 8 3s are 24. The remainder is 0. So 58.4 by 8 is equal to 7.3. Just let me know if you have any trouble with this addition, children.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, no doubts in addition.
Okay, you need to place the decimal numbers vertically, arrange them vertically like this so that the decimal point, the decimal point and all the numbers, they form a vertical line. If you connect them, they should be in the same vertical line. All the decimal points must fall one below the other. You should arrange the numbers like that. If you have a number like 6, you must treat it as 6.0 and write it as 6.0. If you have a number like 6, 6 means 6.0. 6 means 6.0. So 6.0. You should not write 6 here. You should not write 6 here. 6 means 6.0. So 6.0 here.
Ma'am, we have to patch 0 to the right hand side if it is an unlike decimal, ma'am.
Correct. Yes, you should make it a like decimal. If it is just 6, you must write it as 6.0. This is the crucial part of finding mean. If we know the formula, but we don't know how to add and divide, then you cannot complete the answer. The method of finding mean may be easy. Simply add the numbers and divide. But if we should be sure that we know this decimal addition and decimal division, otherwise you will not be able to complete the answer.
Ma'am, I have a doubt here in the decimal division, ma'am.
Yeah, please ask me.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if 58.4 divided by 8 is still getting a remainder like 3, 2 without 0, can we add an 0 to the nearest 4, and then can we drag that 0 and
Yeah,
then can we
bring the
divide
0
it?
down. You will see in the next division, next to the division after that, you will see. You have to keep
Yes.
adding zeros. Yes, you are right. When the
Yes.
division does not end with a 0 remainder, then you need to keep adding zeros. After the decimal point, now here we have 4. After 4, if the division does not come to an end with 0 remainder, you can add any number of zeros here. After 4, you can add any number of zeros and you need to bring them down. And supposing the division does not end at all in some 2-3 steps, you can leave the remainder there and take that partial quotient, 7.3, say 15. You can stop the division there. You don't have to continue. Sometimes the division will not come to an end with a 0 remainder. So you try maybe maximum 3 decimal places. If it doesn't end, just stop there.
Ma'am, and that quotient can be rounded off to the nearest 100 or tens?
Yes, you should.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, and this decimal division can also be done in a fraction method, no ma'am, like converting into a fraction and the divisor changed into an reciprocal.
Yeah, you will see it in the next. We'll just discuss all the answers in this slide and then maybe you can get back with your questions. I think your questions are answered in the following answers. We'll just see
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
Yeah, we'll just see that and I'll get back to your questions.
Yes, ma'am.
So in this question, the pocket expenses of Rahul during a week are given here. When you count, there are 6 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. So it's a sum, it's a total of all these, pocket expenses divided by 6. So see, you'll have to place the numbers like this. You must place the numbers such that the decimal point falls one below the other, exactly one below the other. And then add as usual. Addition is, there's no change in the procedure for adding. So this is how we get the total of 94.50. And to find mean, you have to divide 94.50 by 6. You'll have to divide 94.50 by 6. So see here. So 94.50 divided by 6. 6 ones are 6. 6 ones are 6. 3 is the remainder. The next digit comes down. So 4 comes down. 4 is well before the decimal point. So you don't have to place a decimal point here in the quotient. 6 ones are 6. 3 is the remainder. The next digit comes down. 4 comes down. 6 5s are 30. 4 is a remainder. Now 5 has to come down, but you see that the digit 5 is after the decimal point. So you need to place a decimal point here in the quotient and then bring 5 down. Now 6 7s are 42. 3 is the remainder. The next digit comes down. 6 5s are 30. 0 is a remainder. So the division ends here because we get 0 as a remainder. 15.75 is the quotient. Now, supposing it did not come to an end with a 0 remainder, you can add a 0 here. You can add a 0 here and bring that 0 down and continue the division. You can add a 0 here and bring that 0 down and continue the division. So maybe you'll check another time. You'll see, maybe see it's very situational. So maybe you'll try some 3-4 decimal places. If it doesn't come to an end, you can close the division. You can stop the division there and take up the partial quotient as the answer. Children, I'll just wait for some time. Have a look at the division. And addition also. Have a look at the addition and division process. All right. In the third one, it's a simple division. 1190 divided by 7. So you can do this. The division comes to an end with a 0 remainder and the quotient is 170. This one. So we know when we have a table, when we are given a frequency table, we know the procedure to find the mean of the frequency table or the frequency distribution. So now here we have 771 by 12. Now let's understand how to write 771 by 12 as a decimal. You can see to the next page. So see here, the next slide, 771 divided by 12. Okay. So 771 by 12, you can reduce it. You can reduce it like this is 12 is divisible by 3. 771 is also divisible by 3. How do we know? 1 plus, 12 is divisible by 3. 3 4s are 12. 7 plus 7
Ma'am, by the
Ma'am,
sum of the digits, ma'am.
Yeah, correct. The sum of the digits of 771 is 15 and 15 is divisible by 3. So 771 is divisible by 3. So you can simplify in the tables of 3. When you simplify, you get 257 by 4. You get 257 by 4. 771 by 12. When you simplify in the tables of 3, we get 257 by 4. Now, 257 by 4. This one has denominator 4, which can be brought to 100. You cannot bring the denominator 4 to 10, but you can bring it to 100 by multiplying the numerator by 25 and the denominator by 25. Equivalent fractions.
ma'am, because 100 is divisible by 4.
Because
100 is divisible by 4.
no, now in the tables of 4, the idea is to bring the denominator to 10, 100, 1000, 10,000. Some number which is a multiple of, which is a power multiple of 10. 10 to the power 1 is 10. 10 square is 100. Okay, you wouldn't understand that now. No problem. Now see here. Now in the tables of 4, you will not find 10. 4 into 2 is 8. 4 3s are 12. So after 10, think of the denominator 100. If 100 is not possible, think of 1000. Now the denominator 4 can be converted to denominator 100 by multiplying the numerator and denominator by 25. So 257 into 25 is this number. The product is 6,425 and 4 into 25 is 100. Now using the concept of decimal division, when you divide by 100, 100 has 2 zeros, 100 has 2 zeros. So after the decimal point, there should be 2 digits. You're dividing by 100 here. 100 has 2 zeros. So now the number in the numerator, what you should do is you should place a decimal point in such a way that there are 2 digits after the decimal point. Now this number, in this number, the decimal point is here. It's 6425.0. It's out here. You know, when you divide, the number will become smaller. When you're dividing, when you have 12 divided by 2, the answer is 6. When you divide, the number becomes smaller. So this number will become smaller. So see, it becomes 64.25. When you divide by 100, it becomes 64.25. 2 zeros. So in the numerator, after the decimal point, there should be 2 digits. So it becomes 64.25. This is one of the ways of getting the answer. That is, this is the total of the FI/XI column, sigma FI/XI by sigma FI. Sigma FI/XI by sigma FI. We have 771 by 12. So you can simplify using the tables of 3, you can simplify and bring it to 257 by 4. Now, instead of performing the long division, you can also do this. We'll see all the 3 methods. I've worked it in 3 different ways. At the end of that, please ask me your questions. Now, this is one way wherein you simplify this and it reduces to 257 by 4. Now, you don't want to perform the long division because you know you can bring the denominator 4 to denominator 100. You know the denominator 4 can be converted to denominator 100 by multiplying the numerator and denominator by 25. Equivalent fractions. When you do into 25 by 25, you're just multiplying by 1. 25 by 25 is 1 because 25 by 25 is 1. 5 by 5 is 1. So it's like you're multiplying this fraction by 1. So you're not changing the value of this fraction. It's like you're multiplying by 1 because like 10 by 10 is 1. 15 by 15 is 1. 25 by 25 is 1. So you're multiplying this fraction by 1. So you know, when you multiply something by 1, it's the same thing. The product of 4 and 1, 4 ones are 4, 10 ones are 10, is a number itself. So you're not disturbing the value of 257 by 4. You're not disturbing the value of 257 by 4. So why we multiply by 25? Why we multiply the numerator and denominator by 25 is because when you multiply 4 and 25, the product is 100. You wish to bring the denominator to 100. Now 257 into 25 is 6,425. 4 into 25 is 100. That's how we multiply fractions. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. No LCM here. LCM is only for addition and subtraction. Multiplication, we multiply the numerators, we multiply the denominators. Now the denominator is 100. 2 zeros. So when you divide 6,425 by 100, the quotient will be 64.25. Why? Because 2 zeros. So place a decimal point in such a way that there are 2 digits after the decimal point. So 64.25. This is one. Otherwise, after simplifying 771 by 12, you get 257 by 4. You can perform the long division. You don't want to use this method, you can use a long division. You simplify 771 by 12, you get 257 by 4. You can perform the long division. So see, 4 6 are 24. 1 is the remainder. 7 comes down. 4 4s are 16. 1 is the remainder. And now, Swati, your question is answered. So 257 can be treated as 257.00. You can add any number of zeros after the decimal point. You can add any number of zeros after the decimal point. Why we did it? Because when we perform the division, 4 4s are 16. 1 is the remainder. 1 is the remainder. See, if 7 comes down, and the remainder is 1. You're not able to complete the division with 0 remainder. So we place a decimal point and add. You can here I've shown only 2 zeros. You don't know how many zeros to add. So maybe you can add 3 to 4 zeros. I keep adding zeros whenever needed. Let me tell you what I did. So I first wrote 257. I did not write 0.00. I did not write that. So I first wrote 257. 4 6 are 24. I first wrote only 257. How do I know I should place a decimal point, add 1 0 or 2 zeros or 3 zeros? I don't know. So I just wrote 257 by 4. I started the division. 4 6 are 24. Children, am I audible?
You're audible, ma'am.
Okay. So 4 6 are 24. 4 6 are 24. 1 is the remainder. See, a 7 comes down. This we know. 4 4s are 16. 1 is the remainder. Now we don't have any more digits to bring down. So that means it's like the division is over. But in the real sense, it's not over because the remainder is not 0. We have 1 as a remainder. So we wish to continue the division. When you wish to continue the division, after this number, place a decimal point and add 1 0. See, I don't know. I don't know how many zeros to add. So I place a decimal point and added 1 0. 4 4s are 16. 1 is a remainder. The remainder is 1. It is not 0. It's 1. So I want to continue the division. I just want to take 2-3 tries and see if I can get remainder 0. So since the remainder is 1, what I do? I go up to the dividend, place a decimal point and add 1 0, and I'll bring that 0 down. But since the zeros after the decimal point, you should place a decimal point in the quotient. 6 4 we already had. Now the 0 comes down, but the zeros after the decimal point. So place a decimal point here. So it's like this. Before you bring the 0 down, place a decimal point in the quotient and then bring the 0 down, because the zeros after the decimal point. The zeros after the decimal point, the 0 which comes down is after the decimal point. So place a decimal point and then bring the 0 down. Now 4 2s are 8. 2 is a remainder. Oh, 2 is a remainder. 0 is not the remainder. So I want to try once more. So I add 1 more 0 here and bring that down. I add 1 more 0 here and I bring that 0 down. 4 5s are 20. 0 is a remainder. So the division comes to an end here because the remainder is 0 and the quotient is 64.25. That's what we got here also. 64.25. This is the quotient. When you actually divide whatever is the quotient, that's what you get in this process also. See, a 64.25. Maybe you didn't realize that this is when you didn't realize that you can simplify 771 by 12. See, these are different thoughts that can come to you. You know, you might have done one of the 3 methods. So here maybe it didn't occur to you that you can simplify 771 and 12. So you directly started dividing. See, I didn't realize. I was in a hurry. It's an exam. I did not realize I can. You should actually simplify because your work becomes easier there. But just in case you did not realize that you have to simplify, you straight away started the division. So see here, I've written. So at first I write only 7. See here, children, 775 by 12. 771 by 12. So this 771 is out here, 771. I did not write 0.00. When I started the division, I did not write these two. I don't know. So I did not write 0.00 when I started. I just wrote 771 and 12 here. Now 12, 6, 72. 5 is the remainder. 1 comes down. Here, 12, 6 are 72. 5 is a remainder. 1 comes down. 1 is before the decimal point. Okay, we did not place this at all. No, so we'll not talk about it. So 1 comes down. 12, 4s are 48. 3 is a remainder. Now the digits are exhausted here. You don't have anything else to bring down. And the remainder is 3. So you want to continue the division. You just want to take 2 more chances and see if the division can be 0. I'm sorry, if the remainder can be 0. So what you do after 12, 4s are 48, 3 remainder. There is nothing else. There's no digit that can be brought down. So what you do, you place a decimal point and add a 0. And before you bring the 0 down, you place a decimal point in the quotient. We already have 6 and 4. We already have 6 and 4. Place a decimal point. and then bring the 0 down. 12 2s are 24. 6 is the remainder. Again, 6 is the remainder. No, you want it to be 0. So one more try. So add a 0 here and bring that 0 down. Add a 0 here and bring it down. Bring it down. Now 12 5s are 60. 0 is the remainder. So you're happy now. 0 is the remainder. So 771 divided by 12 is 64.25. So you can do the direct division like this. If you did not simplify 771 by 12 directly, when you divide, the quotient will be 64.25. Suppose you simplified by 3. You simplified by 3 and then you perform the division. Still you will get the same answer. You should get the same answer. Otherwise, it's a long division. After simplifying, you realize that 4 can be brought to denominator 100 like this. You can use this method also. But simplify, children. Always just check if the two numbers are the number in the numerator and denominator can be simplified using any multiplication table. Just try that and then divide. Yes, children. So I was talking about this one, where we had to find the mean of this distribution. 771 by 12. 771 by 12. And since it is, the unit is kilogram, we wish to have 3 digits after the decimal point. Because 1 kg is 1000 grams. 1 kg is 1000 grams. In 1000, we have 3 zeros. So we wish to have, whenever we express a decimal value with the unit kilogram, see, if you write 64.25, it's not wrong. But since 1 kg is 1000 grams and in 1000 we have 3 zeros, we wish to have 3 digits after the decimal point. 3 digits. So we have 64.25. Add one more 0. We have 64.25 as a quotient.
Ma'am, we can also simplify it and divide, or we can also directly divide 771 by 12, ma'am.
Yeah, that's what we saw, no, Nandana? That's what I was telling you all the while. Here, anything you can do. You can simplify and divide, or you can directly divide. Were you able to see the screen, Nandana?
Yes, ma'am, I can see, ma'am.
Okay, okay. No, I did tell you, no, that you can divide. Straight away, you can divide like this. So when we get, so the quotient is 64.25, right? 64.25 as 64.250. That means 64 kgs and 250 grams. 64 kgs and 250 grams. If you leave it as 0.25, you will read it as 25 grams. It's not 25 grams. 25 grams will be 64.025. 64.025 is 25 grams. 64 kgs and 25 grams. If the answer is 64.5, 64.5, you must write it as 64.500. So 64 kgs and 500 grams. It's not 5 grams. Because 5 grams is 64.0, excuse me, 64.005. 64.005 is 5 grams. 64.05 is 50 grams. 050. 64.050 is 50 grams.
Ma'am?
Tell me 72 kgs and 5 grams as a decimal. 72 kgs, 5 grams. Tell me as a decimal, how do you write it as a decimal? 72 kgs, 5 grams.
Ma'am, it's like
72.5
72.500 kgs.
72.500
kgs if it is being converted into kg.
No, I said 72 kilograms and 5 grams.
Ma'am, it's 72.5.
No, 1 minute, I'll tell you. I'll tell you like this. Now we have 5 grams, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now right now in 5 there's only one digit. In 5 there's only one digit. How do you, is 5 the same as 0, 5?
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
0.
ma'am.
Why not, ma? 0, 5. 5 and 0, 5. If I say,
Ma'am,
if I,
yes, ma'am, it is the last digit, 0.
oh no, when you write 0, 1 in your book, 0, 1 means 1, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, 0, 2 means 2. So when it is 5 grams, write it as 005. Take 3 digits. Take 3 digits, 005. 5 grams should be treated as 005 grams. 005 grams. So 72 kgs and 5 grams will be 72.005.
Yes, ma'am. I got it now.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you're saying like the first one we have to, this 2 grams should be converted into kgs, which will be 0.002. And then we have to add up 75 at the top and write it as 75.000 and convert it into one like fraction. So when we add it completely, we will get it as 75.002.
Yeah. Instead of doing that procedure, you can directly do like this. Correct. Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
So when it is 2 grams, no, what did I say? I said 5 grams. Okay, when it's 5 grams, 5 grams is nothing but we take 3 digits. So 005. 005. 5 grams is nothing but 005. So 72.005 kgs. Now try 12 kgs and 30 grams. 12 kgs, 30 grams. How do you write 12 kgs, 30 grams as a decimal in kilograms?
Ma'am, change that 30 into an decimal which has 3 decimal
No.
places.
Just
Which is
write it. These will be objective questions. You should not spend time working. So 30 can be treated as 030, right?
Yes, ma'am. So the answer will be 12.030.
Yeah, just treat 30. Now 30 has only 2 digits in it. Without changing the value of 30, add a 0. So you cannot make 30 300. 30 is also 030. 030. Don't change the value of 30. 30 should be 30, but 30 can be treated as 030. So 12 kgs and 030 grams will be 12.030 kilograms. 12.030 kilograms. Okay, let's come back to our question. Yes.
Ma'am, if they ask like kilometers and then like that, same we have to follow the procedure like adding 0 and making into 3 decimal places.
Yeah, you should use this rule like 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters, right? So that 1,000 in 1,000 we have 3 digits, 3 zeros, not 3 digits, sorry, 3 zeros. So if you have to write 5 kilometers and 1 meter, 5 kilometers and 1 meter as a decimal in kilometers. So 5 kilometers is 5 kilometers. 1 meter should be treated as 001. 001.
5.001 kilometer.
Kilometers. 5.001 kilometers. 5.001. That is after the decimal point, there should be 3 digits. but 1 has only one digit. So add 2 zeros, that's all. 5.1 is only one digit. So 001, that's all. If you have 12, in 12 you have two digits. So 5.012, because 12 has two digits. You need one more. So 5.012. Okay, let's come back to this one. So this is what I was telling you about the division. You can take a picture of this. Please take a picture, children. Try
Took the screenshot now.
Okay, please try all these three ways of getting the quotient 64.25. Yeah, so it's the same, children. This also, it's about this question. We have completed this, children. We have completed this. Take a picture.
Ma'am, can you show the X5 and F5 slide, ma'am? Took a screenshot, ma'am.
Okay. So here, children, to see here, we have 222 by 300, right? 222 by 300. Sigma Fi Xi by sigma Fi is 222 by 300. So how do we get 0.74 is what I've worked here. So 221 by 300, children. If you can see 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6. So 222 is divisible by 3 because the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. So 221 is divisible by 3. And you get, when you simplify, you get 111. No, first I've divided by 2, I think. Okay, I've not done by 3 first. Here I've divided by, meaning divided by 3. Sorry. So here I first simplified using the tables of 2. 222 by 300. When you divide both the numerator and denominator by 2, when you divide both the numerator and denominator by 2, you get 111 by 150. When you further divide by 3, we get 37 by 50. Now you can think of 37 by 50. You can think of converting this fraction to a fraction with denominator 100 by multiplying the numerator by 2 and denominator by 2. 74 by 100. 100 has two zeros. So after the decimal point, there should be two digits. So it will be 0.74. See, performing the long division is the usual thing which you can do, but don't do that. You can save time in these methods. Instead of doing the long division, please follow. When you work one or two sums using this method, this will become more comfortable for you. It's just that, practice. If you just look at it, you will feel long division is easy. Just looking at it, you will feel long division is easy. But once you work it like this, you will get used to this. And then you will realize this method is far easier. Easier meaning in lesser time you can get the answer instead of spending that time to do the long division. So here I've simplified 222 by 300. First I've simplified using the tables of 2 and I get this. I further divide by 3 and get 37 by 50. I divide 111 by 3, 37, 150 by 3, 50. 111 is divisible by 3 because 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3. Now, I think one of you should explain this to me. Tell me, children, start over from here. What's happening?
Ma'am, shall I explain?
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in 222 by 300, we first simplified it, ma'am, by into table, and then we got the answer as 111 by 150, which can be further simplified in 3 table as the sum of the digits is being a multiple of 3, and when we divide it the numerator and denominator by 3, we get the answer as 37 by 50, and since 50 does not hold the denominator of 10, 100 or 1000, we need to multiply it with 2 so that the denominator carries out 100, and then when we multiply the same digit with the numerator 37, we get the answer as 74, ma'am. In this 74, we cannot leave it as it is, as our main goal is to change into a decimal, so that when we change the 74 by 100 into a decimal, there are 2 zeros in 100, so that the value of the decimal also contains 20, ma'am, which is 0.74. And then we can also use another method in which 322 by 300 is being directly divisible by 3, and we get the answer of 74 by 100, and this 74 by 100 already have a denominator as 100, so we can directly divide it into a decimal, which is 0.74, ma'am. Both the answer carries the same answer, so both the methods is useful, ma'am.
Very good. Good, Swati. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So children, in the second method, so here first I divided by 2 and then by 3. Here, say I divided straight away. See, you don't know, right? You don't know. What if you divided by 3 straight away? Because 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6. 222 is divisible by 3. So when you divide by 3, you get 74. And 300 is divisible by 3, we get 100. So straight away, we get 74 by 100. We get the denominator you see here. When the denominator is 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, it's easy to find the quotient. So the denominator here is already 100. We don't have to bring it to 10, 100 or 1000. It's already 100. And 100 has 2 zeros. So look at the numerator. In the numerator, there should be 2 digits after the decimal point. So it is 74. There should be 2 digits after the decimal point. So it will become 0.74. See, point is here. And there are 2 digits after the decimal point. 0.74. There are 2 digits after the decimal point. So 0.74. Supposing it was 174. Supposing the numerator was 174. Then it will be 1.74. Supposing the numerator was 174, then it will be 1.74. Because after the decimal point, there should be 2 digits. So 1.74. Okay. Try this again, children. Somebody tell me the first one. Data means information.
Ma'am, shall I?
Ma'am, shall I see?
Form of
Yes.
numerical figures, ma'am.
In the form of numerical figures. Who was this?
Swati, ma'am.
Okay, Swati. Okay, so data means information in the form of numerical figures. Okay, Nandana, second one. Anugraha, second one. Mritika.
Ma'am, can you hear me,
Ma'am,
ma'am?
Ritika is not in the meeting.
Okay. Okay, one of you, Anugraha.
Ma'am, can I tell the answer?
Yes, Anugraha. Second one,
Original form, ma'am.
data obtained in the original form is called raw data. Very good. Nandana, third one, arranging the numerical figures in ascending or descending order is called an
Ma'am, it is an array.
array. Very good. It's called an array. Matthew, the number of times a particular observation occurs is called its.
Ma'am, he was not in the meeting, ma'am.
Oh,
Ma'am, shall I answer this?
yes.
Ma'am,
Yes,
can I
Nandana.
tell?
Ma'am, it is frequency of observation.
A frequency of observation, ma'am.
Frequency. Anugraha, try the last one.
Tabulation, ma'am.
No, darling, pronounce it correctly.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, it's
tabulation of data.
tabulation of data.
The question is to Anugraha, children. Anugraha, yes, maybe I did not hear it clearly. Please repeat.
Ma'am, tabulation of data.
Tabulation, 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 table, tabulation. Okay.
Ma'am, the mean is like the sum of the observation by the frequency of observation.
Not frequency of the observations, the total number of observations.
Yes, ma'am. And because in the question it's given like the number of times an observation occurs, it's said to be a frequency, no, ma'am. In mean also we find the total number of.
No, that's, I'll tell you, that is this one. In a table. So see here. See here. Now what is 5? 5 is called 5. Why 5 is called a frequency? Because it is the number of times 8 occurs in the data. 5 is called,
Yes, ma'am.
5 is called the frequency of 8. 5 is the frequency of 8 because in this data 8 happens 5 times. Now here 2 is the frequency of 10. 2 is the frequency of 10 because 10 happens 2 times. The number of times an observation takes place in a data is called the frequency. Can we relate it? The number of times a particular observation occurs is called its frequency. The number of times a particular observation, one particular observation occurs is called its frequency. So when you take a particular observation, say 6, there are so many observations. We take a particular observation, say 6. 6 happens 4 times. 6 happens 4 times. So 4 is the frequency of 6. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Was this your homework, children? Please let me know your homework so that we can check the answers.
Ma'am, the 12th question is our homework, ma'am.
Not this one, is it?
No, ma'am.
Then we finish this in the class, is it?
Yes, ma'am. We finished this in a class itself.
Okay, okay, fine. Is this your homework?
Yes, ma'am. This is our homework.
All right. Now I'll just unshare my screens. I'll just
Okay,
unshare
ma'am.
my screen. Yeah. You can't see my screen, right, children?
Yes, ma'am. We
Yes,
can
ma'am. Your
see.
screen is not visible, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I've unshared. Okay. Now, so who was there in the meeting? Anugraha? Anugraha, what's the first FI value? Anugraha, what is the first FI value? Nandana, the first FIXI
Ma'am.
value.
Ma'am, 3920.
Very good. Swati, the second FIXI value.
Ma'am,
The second FIXI value.
ma'am, I couldn't able to hear you, ma'am, as my Microsoft is getting stuck every time. My unmute option and the bar like start your video, the record your voice is not being visible for me, ma'am.
Okay, then let me ask Nandana. Nandana, you can hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you, ma'am.
Yeah. Tell me all the FIXI values, Nandana.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the first FI value is 3920. Next is 4800. So, third also 4800. Fourth is 2520, ma'am.
Okay.
Fifth one is 3040, ma'am.
Very good. And what's the total of
When,
the FIXI column?
ma'am, we should multiply it, no, ma'am. No, ma'am, we should add all the numbers, ma'am. So I'll
Correct.
get it as 19,080, ma'am.
Very good.
So the
sigma
mean is equal to Fi Xi by Fi, ma'am.
Okay.
So we'll get answer as 19,800 by 60, ma'am. So when we simplify
19,080 by 60. Not 19,800, ma. The total is 19,080.
yes, ma'am, 19,080, ma'am.
Yeah.
So 90,000 by 19,080 by 60, ma'am.
Yeah.
So when we simplify it, we get 6,360 by 20, ma'am.
Okay. Further, when
And
you
ma'am, further we get 3,180, ma'am, by 10.
Okay.
Again, we should simplify it. We get 1,590 by 5, ma'am.
No, you should just cancel the zeros. 3,180 by 10, you said, right? Cancel the
Ma'am,
zero.
but I get the total answer as 318 by 1, ma'am.
Correct. You're right. Very good. You're
Ma'am,
right.
so the total wages is equal to 318 rupees.
Mean wage is equal to rupees 318. Very good,
Yes,
Nandana.
ma'am.
Very good. Very
Okay,
good.
ma'am.
I just
Ma'am,
want
shall I say for the number of saplings?
1 second. Yes, Swati, just a minute. So, Nandana, you must not say mean is FIXI by FI. You must say sigma FIXI by sigma FI.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, you should not. Mean is equal to sigma FIXI by sigma FI.
Sigma FIXI by sigma FI.
No,
Okay,
you were right. You said FIXI by FI. You forgot sigma. That's all.
okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, but I draw that symbol, ma'am. That is only no sigma, no, ma'am.
Yeah, correct. Yes. Yeah. Very
Okay,
good.
ma'am.
Yeah, you've simplified also very carefully. Very good. I only said when you got 3,180 by 10, you can just cancel the zero. Zero in the numerator, zero in the denominator, and you directly get 318. That's what I meant. Otherwise,
Okay,
you're right.
ma'am.
Yeah. Very good, Nandana. Very good. Yes, Swati?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just read out the next table. I don't know the next question,
Yes.
which was given as homework. Just tell me, read out the values in the table. I will get it.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the heights in centimeter of 90 plants in garden are given below.
Fine, Swati. I got the question. Yes. Tell me all the values in the FIXI column.
Ma'am, the values is the 58 and the frequency is 20, so we have to multiply it and we get it as 1,160. And then when we multiply 6. Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
Swati, no, I just want you to read out the values in the FIXI column. Just read, tell me all the values in the FIXI column. Yes. The
yes,
first
one
is 1,060. Next.
Next is 1,500, ma'am.
Very good.
And then next is the 930, ma'am.
Very good.
And then next it's 64 into 8, which is equal to 512, ma'am.
Perfect.
And then 66 into 12 is equal to 792, ma'am.
Yeah.
And then 74 into 10 we get 740, ma'am.
Very good. What's the total?
Ma'am, total we have to add the frequencies, ma'am. The total answer which we get,
Hmm.
ma'am. So 160 plus ma'am, 1 sec.
No, no, darling. What's the total? Tell me the total. What's
Ma'am,
the
you're
total,
asking. Ma'am,
total
you're
of the
asking.
FIXI column? FIXI column.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the total of the FIXI column? Okay, I think she's not able to. I'm not able to hear her voice. So Nandana, please tell me the total of the FIXI column. I'm not audible, children. Swati?
Ma'am, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, Swati, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the number of frequency is like 13. 1 minute, ma'am.
Okay, Anugraha, I didn't know that you're there. Anugraha, are you there? Can you tell us the total of the FIXI column?
Ma'am, I have get the total, ma'am. Shall I say?
Yeah.
Ma'am, it's like 5074.
No. No. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen, children? Please check your answer.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Yeah. Find the total. 5,634 divided by 90. Height in centimeter is the XI column. Number of plants, FI column. All right, complete this. Take a picture, complete this in case you have not got the total right. Please check again and complete the answer correctly. Was this homework, children?
Ma'am,
No, ma'am. Only question number 12 and 13 you gave, ma'am.
Okay, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Now this is a test. Yes, take up this question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, do it now in the class, children.
Ma'am, we should find the FIXI, ma'am.
Yes, ma. Find mean
Okay.
age. Find mean
Okay.
age. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, it's like we have to find the total number and then we have to divide it by 50.
Correct. Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Which is the XI column?
Ma'am, the age in years.
Yeah.
Got the answer, ma'am.
Got the answer? We'll wait for the others. Others?
Yes.
About to finish?
Yes, ma'am. Going to complete, ma'am.
Yeah, finish it and tell me, children. Yeah. Let's give you another 3 minutes.
Completed with the answer, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Anugraha? I want Anugraha to share the answer.
Shall I share it?
Ma'am, shall I say the frequency and the mean?
Yeah, 1 second. Since both of you got a chance to give the answer to the homework questions, let me ask. I thought I'll ask Anugraha. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Anugraha, can I get the answer from you? Okay, looks like there's some problem with the mic. Okay. All right, children.
Ma'am,
Shall I
shall
say,
I?
ma'am?
Okay, Swati, the first
Ma'am,
FIX
shall I?
value. Yes, Swati,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
first FIX value.
Yes, ma'am. The first FIXI value is 210, ma'am.
Okay, Nandana, second one.
Ma'am, second one is also 210, ma'am.
Third one, Swati.
Ma'am, 160.
160. Fourth one, Nandana.
Ma'am, it's 136.
And the fifth one, Swati.
54,
And
ma'am.
54. And Nandana, what's the total of the FIXI column?
Ma'am, 767, ma'am.
Is that right,
Ma'am,
Swati?
770, ma'am.
770, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's the total of the frequency column?
Ma'am, it's 50.
50. Yes.
50.
Yeah, 770 is correct.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, we have to divide 770 by 50, ma'am. So
Yeah.
777 will be 51, and then remainder 27. Drag out the 0 in the 770, ma'am, and then 270, 250 as 5 times in 50 table. Subtract the both, we get 20, and at the top we get 5. Since the remainder is not satisfying 0, we have to put 1 0 down, and then we have to put an point after 15, and then 200 is 4 times in 50 table, so the answer is 15.4, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can just cancel out the 0 and 0. First, you can just cancel the 0 and 0. 0 here and 0 here. So it becomes 77 by 5. You can multiply the numerator and denominator by 2. Cancel the 0, 0. That's the first step. You get 77 by 5. Then multiply and divide by 2. So you get 154 by 10, which is 15.4. 154 by 10. 10 has 1 0. That means after the decimal point, there should be 1 digit. So 15.4, 0.4, 1 digit after the decimal point, 15.4. or you can perform the long division. Step 1, cancel 0 and 0. 0 in the numerator and 0 in the denominator gets cancelled. That's the first step. Then we have 77 by 5. You can do the long division and get 15.4, or 77 by 5. Multiply and divide by 2. 77 into 2, 154. 5 into 2, 10. So 154 by 10, which is 15.4. Very good, children. Very good. Nandana, you were, I think, a little careless while adding the values. Take care.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So this will be your homework, children. Take a screenshot of this answer. You've completed it. Either you check it from the screen or you take a picture.
Ma'am, I checked it and corrected, ma'am.
Okay.
What is the homework column?
What is the?
Can you show the homework?
Yeah, I'm showing you the slide. Yeah, this is the homework.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, should we do it now and save, or we can?
No, darling,
We can-
homework. Finish it. We'll see the answer in the next class.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may leave the meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Thank you.